we are going over CO22, which you've done this before. This was last year in algebra, it was PO24 and PO28. This year it's just CO, little old CO. But it's writing the equations of linear functions and also writing the equations of parallel and perpendicular lines to those linear functions. So your answers should all be in slope-intercept form. What is slope-intercept form? This should be off the tip of your tongue. All of your answers should be in y equals mx plus b form. Okay? Y equals mx plus b, that is what it's form. And the two variables that you care about, the two variables that you absolutely need to write an equation in slope-intercept form, you need the m, the slope, you need the b, the y-intercept. Sometimes you might use values for x and y to help you find some of those pieces, but the only two variables that you really ultimately care about are the m and the b. So if you can look at a graph relation like we have here, you can look at that and you can identify what is the slope, what is the y-intercept, you can write the equation on the line. Okay? So what is the slope of this line here? And we're going to pretend, I kind of missed the point a little bit, we're going to pretend that it is right here, just because, okay? So what is the slope of that line? Pretending it crosses the y-axis at positive 1 there, yeah?
Can it be -1/2?
It can be, in fact it is that, yes, okay? Remember, slope is rise over run, we're going down 1 over 2, so the slope of this line is -1 over 2. That's how you get from one point to the next. The m variable, you can think about it as like how you move, okay? You move from one point to the next by going down 1 and over 2. How about the y-intercept here? Where does it cross the y-axis? Positive 1, okay? Positive 1. So our equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, y equals -1/2 x plus 1. Again, we didn't really use x and y. We didn't really, in fact, all we really needed was the m and the b. Ring a bell from last year? No?
Yeah,
Well,
what?
let's learn something new.
Oh my god.
Okay? If not, that's okay. We can learn new things too. Okay? So the next one here, again, looking for the m and the b, we see that the slope, to get from one point to the next, we're going up the y-axis 2 and over the x-axis 3. So how we move from one point to the next, change in y over change in x, is 2/3. And this time it's positive because we went up and over instead of down and over. Right? Where's this line cross the y-axis?
-4.
-4. -4. So our equation, y equals our slope 2/3, x, and then -4. If it doesn't ring a bell, that's why we review. Right? Last one, go and try the last one on your own. Again, you're looking for how do you get from one point to the next. That's your slope, and then where it crosses the y-axis, that is your y-intercept. And then those two things get put together into slope-intercept form, which is ultimately your answer. Who is feeling bold, brave, believes in themselves? Chance, what'd you get?
Y equals 3/4 x plus 7.
So close! What was Chance's little whoopsie-doopsie? Tegan, -3/4.
What's the difference?
Well, it's a big difference. And the reason why it's negative is because we read a graph from left to right, and going from the point on the left to the point on the right, we're going down 3 and over 4. Down 3 over 4, -3/4. Okay? And then the y-intercept is positive 7. Y equals -3/4 x plus 7. Okay? So far so good?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next section here involves giving you not quite enough information, but enough information for you to figure it out. Okay? It says a line has a slope of 5 and passes through the point 3, negative 2. Now I do give you the slope, right? Here's our m, slope of 5. But what don't I give you? Evan.
Oh, yeah. So why?
The y-intercept. So Christopher, light bulb just went off in your head there. What do we do?
Hold on, I haven't even read the question.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Mario.
So we can set it up like y equals 5x plus b,
Okay, and
but then we have to put the ordered pair. So
right. Okay, I don't give you the y-intercept. I don't give you b, but I do give you a value for x and y. Right? The fact that the line passes through this point means that 3 could be x and negative 2 could be y. So in the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, plugging in what we know, negative 2 for y, 5 for our slope, 3 for x. Now we can solve for b. There's enough information there to solve for b.
what is it?
This is
Okay?
17?
And what?
17?
And how'd you get that?
5 times 3 is 13, and then you subtract it from the other side.
Yep. Multiply your m and x first, at 5 times 3, and then opposite operations to move it over. Minus 15, and negative 17 equals b. So our final answer, y equals 5x, because 5 is our slope, right? 5x and then minus 17. Questions on how we got that? Evan?
Will you care if I put negative 17 equals y? Instead of b?
Well, your final answer is this.
Yeah.
But that's wrong.
I mean,
That's the y-intercept.
b is negative 17, but if you want to write that, as long as you put in the right equation in the end, I guess that's your own thought process. But, the next one, line passing through the order pairs 715 and 2123. How do we
You can use the slope equation.
get m? Good. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's kind of like an investigative detective thing, right? Here's the information that I have. How do I get what I want? Given 2 ordered pairs, I know I need the slope. How do I get the slope? Well, we have the slope formula for that. And then once you figure out the slope, how do you get b? Mario,
Plug in ordered pair.
what's that?
You plug in one of the ordered pairs.
Yeah, does it matter which ordered pair you use?
No.
It does not. Okay, either ordered pair can be plugged in doing exactly what we did in the previous one to get the b. So slope formula for m, plug in one of those ordered pairs, do the algebra, and solve for b. Yeah, we go.
If the ordered pairs reduce, we're still gonna the same answer.
If the ordered pair is what?
Reduce.
Mean the fraction reduces, or the
Yeah.
slope reduces?
Like simplify.
How would you simplify an ordered pair? Okay, what slope did you get?
I got 8 over 14.
Okay, so, yeah, so then you want to reduce that 8 over 14. You'll want to be using 4/7 as your slope. If you stick with 8/14, over 14, you will get the correct answer. But whenever you have a fraction, we should get in the habit of simplifying.
Will it be wrong?
Get it wrong on the test.
If you put a non-simplified slope in,
Yeah.
yes,
What?
simplify it.
Why? Why?
Because I'm telling you to. You should. It's a fraction.
Yeah.
Simple form.
Math is meant to.
A line passing through 2, 3 that is parallel to a line with the equation y equals negative 2x plus 2. So I give you a line. I want you to write the equation of a line that is parallel to it and that passes through the point 2, 3. How are you going to come up with the slope of your line? James?
Isn't the slope the same thing?
Why?
Because it has to be the same if it's parallel.
Because yes, your keyword here is parallel. If your line is going to be parallel to the given line, that means your slope needs to be the same. And once you know the slope, I give you an ordered pair, and it just reverts back to solving for b again, right? It all kind of reverts back. Once you get the slope, it kind of reverts back to this, right? Pick that ordered pair, plug it in, and solve for b. The last one. A line passing through point 10 at negative 3 that is perpendicular to a line with the equation y equals 5/3 x plus 4. How are you going to get your slope? Jonas?
It's the slope negative 3 over 5.
And how do you get that? you are correct. Yeah, knowing that your line needs to be perpendicular to the given line. If the given line is a slope of 5/3, a slope that's perpendicular to that is going to be negative 3/5. And once again, now that you've got the slope, you can take that ordered pair, plug those values in for x and y, and solve for b. Okay? The creative part is kind of, how do I get to m? How do I get the slope? Once you get that, then it's just consistency. Plug it in, solve for b. Plug it in, solve for b. But the creativity comes in getting that slope. Okay? I don't know if there's homework for you for this objective or not, actually. Where are we on? Chapter 3, section 5? Let's take a look, see. What surprises does the book have in store for us today? Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Please.
Oh, that's stuff.
Evan, what did you get from the last one?
I mean, there's plenty to do, but it's not very much fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I think we should do it.
No.
Pretty sure Sean said we should do it.
Yep.
3 times negative 3 divided by times x. What do you get last? 12 times x.
You're like, oh, come on, quick
How
problem.
could it be negative?
It's like, that is
Because
awful.
it's
2
negative.
negatives.
Why is that in such big times?
Oh,
it's a help sheet!
I only write negative.
You know, let's do on page 187. I'll put it over here so you can still see the notes. Page 187, you are to do 67 through 75.
Said what?
67
That's a lot.
through 75. It is only 9 questions. 67 through 75. Evan.
That's 9. I can get 9 done in
When
6
you write
minutes. It's easy.
There's 2 negatives.
Say it again.
When you write negative 3/5, there's each one's negative.
No, if each one were negative, then it would be negative 3
Oh no.
over negative 5. And what's a negative divided by negative? It'd be positive. Okay? So,
No.
Gus, hold up. So, when you have a negative fraction,
There's only one.
that sign can either go out in front of the whole fraction, like that, or you can think about it as negative 3 over positive 5. You can even think about it as positive 3 over negative 5. So there's only one negative sign.
Put in the equation. Yeah, I know. James is checking me wrong.
Gus,
I am proving you
Oh,
wrong.
that's your James. That's
get to
your.
review.
Okay,
Yes, James.
so if you multiply that by a negative number, wouldn't it be positive?
Yes.
James,
Bob,
the 10 is not negative.
Number, huh?
What are you?
Oh, my bad.
I told you.
I was doing
Okay, let's stop recording so there's not so much shenanigans. That's how math.
Wait, that homework.